The company Atactical contacted me and asked that I try out their A1S LED flashlight. I've never had a flashlight this bright before. It's quite impressive. I've been trying it out now for over a week, and I thought it was time to bring you along, show you the features, and also take it out for a spin at nighttime and with the lights off here in the workshop. So let's get to it. The A1S comes packaged in this nice padded box here. It has an instruction booklet, the light itself, a USB cable, and an extra set of O-rings. So let's set these aside for a second and look at the light. It does come packaged in this little bag. There are two ways to open the light, front side and back side. So let's open the front side here. Okay, you can see the spring in there, and the battery will be able to come out that way, no problem. I've not been using this side. It just seems strange to open the front. So I've been opening here from the back. And you can see on both the front and the back there is an O-ring right here to give it that water resistance. Now on the battery, you'll notice pretty quick that it's longer than your typical 18650 lithium-ion battery. And that's because in the front up here, there is technology for using a USB to charge the battery directly. So you can see that that would fit right there in the top. Now, that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. People have asked, will this light work with a typical standard 18650 lithium-ion battery, which you can see here is shorter by a bit? And the answer is yes, it will. So I'll show you that here in just a moment. The light seems very durable. The only thing on it that is not metal is the button here for changing modes, and back here, which is rubber to turn the light on and off. The clip seems very sturdy. I've been wearing it here on my belt and in my pocket, and it has had no issues with popping off. So I've really got it. Yeah, I mean, that thing's not coming off unless you really snag this on something. Clear glass, of course, single LED. Let's jump into the settings here. To turn it on, you push the rubber button in the back, and you can see it's a very low light here. This is a 24 lumens and will run for approximately 6 days at this setting right here. So you can see how bright that is. Now, if you push the button again, you will get the second brightness setting, and this is 140 lumens and will run for approximately 18 hours. This is considered the medium mode. So now if you notice, when I push this again, it goes back to the low mode. So you have to click it quicker to go to the higher mode. So there you go. That one is high, which is 460 lumens, and will run for approximately 5 hours. To get to the turbo mode, I'm going to push slower here. So this is low, medium, high, turbo. Now turbo will run for only 3 hours and is approximately 1,150 lumens. Very bright for a flashlight this size. Now I have noticed while using this that it's going to get hot here where the light actually comes out. So that is something to consider there. Now there's one more feature that is a little bit hidden, and that is strobe. To do that, you've got to just hold down this button and it will start to strobe. So let's turn that off before you have a seizure. So this is the SOS feature, which is going to run at 1,150. And I'm not exactly sure how long this will go. I assume it's going to be quite some time. The weight is 87 grams, which is quite nice. It's not heavy, so definitely an everyday carry item. The dimensions are 137 millimeters by approximately 25. So definitely has a nice handheld feel to it. The body is hard anodized aluminum, which is pretty cool. Has a working voltage of 2.7 to 4.2. So I've been testing this so far with the battery that came with the unit. Now you'll notice that the battery goes in with the positive end like that. Now, one thing that has become extremely nice about this light is if you install the battery backwards, it's not going to kill the flashlight. I have another light that I did that and it was immediately dead, which was a big shame. So It's so nice to have that protection that will keep the light going even if you put the battery in backwards. Now, you'll notice that this battery goes all the way flush with the end of the light, and that's okay because the spring in here will still make contact even though the battery is shorter. So, as you can see, using the battery that did not come with the light still works fine. This flashlight has an IPX of 7, which means you can drop it in up to 3 feet of water and it will still work. I left it out in the rain yesterday for a couple of hours and worked just fine after that. So definitely nice to have that protection as it being waterproof. That's enough talk. Let's turn off the lights here and see how bright this is here in the dark. I have the lights off here in the workshop. Let's run through these settings and see how bright it is. There is the lowest setting. So let's run through them here. You can see that one is nice and bright there. Let's get to that strobe. Whew, that's rough. That would get somebody's attention. As you can see, this thing is quite bright here in the workshop, but how does it fare outdoors? I've got a clip here where I was testing at night to see how well it reaches at a distance. So let's check that out real quick. Okay, I've waited until almost dark to test out the options of the flashlight here. And my camera is set to the lowest light settings possible, which is still not even close to what I see here in person. So let's check out the lowest setting here on the light. You can see it does register there a little bit, and as far as I can see, it's good for about 15 feet or so before it drops off. And the last setting is the extra bright here, and this is really bright. Those barrels over there are about 30 feet, and you can see way past it in real life there, so very bright. Hold down the option button to access the strobe feature, and you can see it blinking really fast there. As you can see, this light really reaches well in the dark. The paperwork says 277 meters, which I can definitely believe. There is a warning that says don't shine this in eyes because it can cause damage, so keep that in mind. If you'd like to check out the A1S from Atactical, I have a link to their website down below. I have no issues with this light so far after over a week of testing, so do check that out. I'm Seth Johnson with Landa House, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.